like this microphone. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like holding the microphone. Give me something to do with my hands. The car handle real good. I'm sorry. I don't really know what to do with my hands. Keep them down at my side. All right, focus. I have to go. Oh, what are we talking about? Just to recap, the top one is 5 acres, 40 mulch score, and that puts it at 10,000 for that project. The bottom one is 5 acres as well, but that's a light brush, just a maintenance pass. That project is 30. The bottom one will take a day, the top one will take 3 days. Booyah! Yo, folks. What do you think about this new style? So, I gotta move the mulchers. So, I'm trying to capitalize on the short time that I have left before I really have to hit the road. So, real quick, let me know what you think of these videos. I know this is only video number 3. I am not in stride yet. Once I am at full speed and in a rhythm, the videos will get better. It is what it is. Let's move forward. Let's become a better industry from this. If you do make better content, I don't feel like it shouldn't be offensive to say that. I should make better content. I'm putting effort in to make better content. So one of the things that I'm going to start doing more is group consulting, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to become the fractional CTO. That is how I'm going to move forward with my consulting side. I will be the fractional CTO of people that want to hire me. In your tree company, in your land clearing company, forestry mulching, whatever it is. The way my skills get applied in each company always seems to just be a little different than the last one. So don't really box me in with your expectations. But the end of the day is, one, work less, make more money, and have better customer service, right? And a better work environment. Those are my goals. Through fairness, math, and logic. Operating under a first principles, first concept. So we don't just do things because that's the way it is. We don't just do things because that's what's true. We prove everything. We question it all. And then once we prove it, we keep questioning it. That's how I do everything. So, and that's why you see versions of my formulas over the years. As I've stress tested them in the real world, I see the breakpoints. So you guys can see it wherever I am able to get it to show up on screen. Hopefully here. So let me just talk. The top picture is a 5-acre parcel. The bottom picture is a 5-acre parcel. Both of these are in Florida. The bottom picture was sent to me. It is not my project. The top picture is a project of mine that has been proposed and is out. Is I don't actually know. It might be ours. I don't know. Working on it. Oh, picture. All right. Stay with me. I will get into full speed here in 30 more seconds. So, bottom 5 acres. Top picture is being done at a large package, which means we're taking all the mature understory down. Everything from small grass to mature understory is being removed. That is an 8-inch DBH package limit, not to exceed limit. The bottom one is an extra small. It is, I know it looks crazy. That's whatever that is. I don't really understand what it is, but it's told us light brush to me is 2 inches. He said he could do it with his brush cutter. I was like, oh, if you can do it with your brush cutter, it's obviously not going to be the small package for a forestry mulcher. That's the extra small. That's where it's grassy stuff. Now, I'm not a plant expert, but I do know that is going to get bogged down in a brush cutter. Doesn't matter. There are probably brush cutters that could keep the head spinning. You're going to need a mulcher for that, regardless. Either a disc mulcher, which would be like the hybrid for that reason. And Diamond has a great one you should check out. There's a video we have of it. It is gnarly. It's pretty aggressive how fast that thing works. Or, better choice, in my opinion, a safer choice and a more productive and predictable choice would be running a drum mulcher, which I know for a fact this guy has a brand new Fecon Fusion, a Blackhawk, because I'm the one who told him to buy it. We're moving on. He has a Blackhawk Fusion. It's a great mulcher. It runs. He has a brand new Cat 275. It runs. We know those run, right? So, we know that based on his equipment, he should be running the mulcher through this thick grass. But to do the math, I told him I'd do the math, it's going to come out to 10 on the mulching score on the bottom picture. The top picture is going to be 40 on the mulching score. Same footprint, same general look, different volumes of work because there's different scopes that are set, okay, from the start. So top picture is large, bottom picture is extra small, just to show some differences, whatever. And the words. All right. Well, I'm so glad I get to edit and these aren't live. All right. So what I'm doing going forward is if you send me things that are good questions, things I can make content from, I will answer it. All right. But I'm not going to answer it if you are not part of the founding members, really. If I'm not your fractional CTO for your company, then I'm not going to personally answer the questions. All right, man, I'm going to look at that. I was almost smashed my watch on the push bar. All right, this gentleman texted me all this stuff this morning. I've been working with him on and off. We're probably just friends. I don't know. So I told him I would do this. He knows it's coming. But going forward, if you do this, if you send me your questions, you want my help, and you are not hiring me as your fractional CTO, then I will try to make video content, at least to get your question answered, but then it also helps everybody else. As you see on the view counts, I'm not really here for views. I'm here to put good content out that does effective work, that does help you get where you need to go. It's not supposed to be pretty. We're mulchers. Let's be real. All right, so we know both are 5 acres. They're both an hour and a half of transport away. What is the point of TreeShop, and how does the TreeShop pricing system translate all of this into something that our customers can understand? So we're going to tell this customer with the bottom picture, hey, this is a 10 on the mulching score. That means that it's going to take us approximately 4.5 hours to complete this project, based on the definition of done that when they selected the extra small package. All right, the extra small package is really just a maintenance thing. It's not really going to be chewing up a lot of stuff. It's more just too thick for a mower, too thick for a batwing, right? Including transport, on the bottom job, you're going to have 7.5 hours. On the top job, which is 40 on mulching score, you're going to have approximately 21 hours to complete that project. So you have 7, including transport and time on site. You're going to have 21 hours on the top one, and you're going to have 7.5 on the bottom one. Now you can price these two separate projects accurately and scalable. Before I do this, and I really break this down, I'm going to give you the exact numbers for these projects. I'm going to tell you what the guy was going to do. So he called me. He said he bid it at 1,000 an acre. So he bid it at $5,000, and he thought it was too high because she didn't call back. And I was like, great. He's like, I told him a price, and he was like, well, I thought the minimum might be $2,500. So I was like, wait a second. So you're bidding 1,000 an acre for extra small. It's going to take you 4.5 hours, which means you're bidding over $1,000 an acre on your initial offering, we'll call it, right? The initial push to the customer was over $1,000 an hour. And the minimum you'll do it for is over $500 an hour still. And it's like, oh, how are we billing things? Because everyone says, hey, this is how you do it by the hour. And then they go and do things like this. No offense to the guy who sent this all to me. Obviously, this is to learn, and he wants to learn too. So the perspective there is just, there's no stability there. There's no foundational system in place. And that's why the pricing is so wishy-washy. And that's why the industry's pricing is so wishy-washy as well. Everyone is so confused on how to price, and everyone's always so scared to make purchases or scared to hire employees because they can't understand the predictability of forestry mulching. I love forestry mulching. I'm autistic as hell. If you haven't noticed, I am. And my thing is forestry mulching. And I don't ever want to quit it because it is so organized of an operation. The work is organized. The machines run in a very predictable way. The money flows in a very predictable way. The only thing I can't figure out is the internet, which is ironic because I'm a tech company. But what I mean by that is how humans buy through the internet. So I can give you a price online and I can send you a bill online. How do I get you to order it online, right? So that's what I'm working towards. Anyways, so I'm going to tell you the price for the for the bottom project is $3,750. That's what I would charge. If someone asked me, hey, this is the project, what's the quote? I got to have a number right now. I would say $3,750, and that would be fair for that 5-acre project in Florida. To be clear, in Florida. The numbers do jump a little bit when you get out of Florida. Pricing is a little different. If you're at a 50% margin and you're charging $350, great, $350, go for it. That's not going to cut it in Florida. $350 in Florida you're going out of business. It just is what it is. To be clear, I'm just being honest. I love this stuff because it's so proven of a math. So anyways, I was just getting a little sidetracked in my head. The definition of done, that's what we're going to start calling it from now on. That is how a customer defines the end product, right? And then as the professional, it's your job to make sure that you offer them the right packages and line items or services, however you're going to do your proposals, that gets them there at the most valuable and most productive way. It does not have to be the cheapest way. If your goal when you send a proposal is to send the cheapest proposal, you should not be the one sending proposals. Just saying. Because when the customer receives a proposal, the first thing they do is say, that's too high. They have never ran a mulcher. They have never bought a mulcher. They don't know how to change a knife. They don't know how to grease nothing. And they just see a number and that's too high, right? They don't have any perspective on where the price should be because everybody's price is all over the place. There's no order. There's no rhythm to it. Mulching Score and the whole TreeShop system does solve that problem, and I hope you understand that difference. So just to recap, the top one is 5 acres. It's a 40 mulch score, and that puts it at $10,500 for that project. The bottom one is 5 acres as well, but that's a light brush, just a maintenance pass. That project is $3,750. The bottom one will take a day. The top one will take 3 days with a skid steer mulcher. I don't really know what to add there. I think that might be it. That's how I price. It really is that fast. My system does it faster, actually, because it's automated in the app. But I'm gonna look at the picture. In the picture, I also had a screenshot he sent me of his Google response or his Google search. He searched brush cutting prices in Florida, 7:32 a.m. And shout out Clear Cut Forestry. They're the ones that showed up on the Google search there. So bravo. Anywho, I was like, I'll do a shout out. And I was like, wait, no. The company that I should give the shout out to there should be paying for it. Anyways, the brush cutting prices in Florida vary significantly based on the project, but you can expect to pay approximately $330 to $630 per acre for light brush removal. All right, so let's see how wrong Google is, because sometimes they're really wrong. But like I said, I don't trust anything. I just check it. I verify it. I go look for the answer every time. So I charge $3,750 for that, and it's 5 acres. So $3,750 divided by 5 puts us at $750 per acre is what he's actually going to be charging for that. And they're saying $630. Oh, they're saying $800 to $1,800 for light trees, and then $16,000 to $3,000 per acre for heavy brush and trees. But what do they consider a tree? It should be a 2-inch limb, and that's the thing. They're just not. Still open-ended. You can't have open-ended definitions on anything because it's just picked apart too easy. There's too many ignorant people in the world that like to say, oh, well, that doesn't work at all because of this one minute experience I saw or heard of or thought of that would make that not work. And it's like, all right, well, in the real world, this works better. So use the mulching score. If you want to use it in your company, you can apply. You can basically figure it out to apply it to yours. Already, I have articles on my website, treeshop.com or treeshop.app/articles. Negatively affected by a server outage. I never thought I would be able to say that, but it did. So whatever, right? We'll keep going. We've been able to build still and been a very productive few days. So it's not like it's been bad. It's just interesting, right? So I appreciate it, guys. Go check out the website, treeshop.app. I will see you next time. If your goal when you send a proposal is to send the cheapest proposal, you should not be the one sending proposals. Just saying. Because when the customer receives a proposal, the first thing they do is say, that's too high. They have never ran a mulcher. They have never bought a mulcher. They don't know how to change a knife. They don't know how to grease nothing. And they just see a number and that's too high, right? They don't have any perspective on where the price should be because everybody's price is all over the place. There's no order. There's no rhythm to it.